want to tell them or anybody suffering from anything, any type of limitation of any sort, whether it be physical, mental, whatever it may be. Stop focusing on what you can't do and focusing on what you can do, because there's so much that you can do. And I challenge you to write it down on a piece of paper and keep writing. Just don't stop. Just let it flow. Write it down. Write all the stuff that you can do, and you'll be surprised how much you can do. And out of that list that you can do, there may be one or two things that may become a passion of yours. And I would suggest maybe going after that and seeing if it is a passion of yours. It's all about trial and error, but focus on the can, not the can't.
And that's the best way to probably put it. I think many of us will focus on the negative because the negative is so much more impactful, right? You have people that may not have gone through what you've gone through, but there's so many people that have been bullied, that have been teased. It seems, unfortunately, that it's the path of life for so many people, right? It's like the passage of time where once you're in school, so many people go through it, or even on the professional level at work or in relationships, things of that nature. Looking back, Paul, on that, have you told the people who are there for you how important it was for them to be there for you?
Yeah, no question about it. There's probably a lot of people that I haven't, but the most important person that I have had this conversation with is my mom. Without my mom, I don't know where I'd be right now. I'd probably not be doing a podcast with you without her right now. She was instrumental in my life and still lives. So she's always been a big cheerleader in my life, and never let me doubt myself, and never let me use excuses. Always push me in the direction of where I wanted to go. And she knows that, and she's a big advocate of what I'm doing now. So I would say my mom, and she knows how much I appreciate her.
One of the things that I had growing up was my grandmother was such a big part of my life and such a big role in my life. And as I grew up and got older and older, one of my dreams was just because of the age difference is bigger than it was for your mother and yourself, right? Because this is 2 generations above you. I always looked at it, and one of my dreams was I always wanted my grandmother to see me succeed because she meant so much to me. Now that your mother has seen you become this confident, strong, successful man, if you were to put into words how she feels, if you were to take a guess, how would she feel seeing you now?
I think that she sees, somebody that's truly happy, and that's truly kind, and wants to make a difference, whether it's just one person or whether it's a million people wanting to make a difference. And that's all it's really about. It's not really about having to be, this grandiose Tony Robbins, you name that type of person. It's not really about that. It's about, the client in front of you, worrying about that client in front of you, and doing the best for that client. Because I think when you're client facing, a lot of good help comes from it. Because I work with a group of different coaches, and sometimes when I do an interview, I always do a free consultation, make sure that we're a right fit. And there's times where I'm like, you know what? Because of X, Y, and Z, you'd actually work better with this coach. And if you're client facing like that, it'd be best, because the client's going to have a better experience with working with that coach, because they're an expert in that field. And what goes around comes around. And that same coach will talk to somebody else and go, you know what? You'd work better with Paul. You need to talk with Paul. And if we all have that mindset of just, let's worry about the client that we're focusing on right now and do right by the client, so much good will come of it.